Okay, so submission number 1 in our 3-part tag series. So the tag of the lapel is just the end of the lapel. Normally on one of the lapels in most gears manufactured today, there is a tag, hence the name tag. However, because I'm going to use this one today, just know that just because there's not an actual physical tag there like this side, we still call it the tag. So I'm starting off with my closed guard, and we're going to start in a way that's going to be familiar to 99% of people watching, which is our right hand is going to be deep in the collar. Okay, we always want this hand as deep as possible, because once my knuckles start touching the spine here, I'm going to be able to break his posture. The difference between that deep and this deep is tremendous, and literally if you're not doing this, this is worth your time watching this video alone. However, today that's not what we're talking about. So what I'm going to do is, while I have Peter here, I'm going to pull out his lapel like so. Once I have done that, I'm going to be very sure to cover it in my hand. Notice how he cannot see the lapel? I'm not holding it like this, okay? If he sees this, he's gonna know I'm up to something. So I'm gonna hide the end of his tag, the end of his lapel, and now I'm going to sit up and I'm going to put my right hand around my opponent's neck. And I'm simply going to bring him down using my body weight, and now my right hand here is going to grip onto this tag, okay? My thumb is facing down. Once I have this position, this isn't where we can attack from yet. We are now going to thread our left hand through like a Kimura, so from the back, around, and we are going to lock over our own arm. So it's almost like we are doing a Kimura to his lapel. From this position, I can put tremendous pressure on my partner, and this alone is a great position to control his posture. So I'm going to pull really hard, and what normally is going to happen is my opponent's nose is going to get smothered along with his mouth into my chest and belly, and he's going to have to push to regain posture so it doesn't hurt his face, and so he doesn't get his breathing and airways smothered. So as he goes to now put his posture back up and he pushes off, I'm going to resist, so he really has to invest, and now my left hand comes in front of his throat and I have him set in the choke. So I'm simply going to push my left hand and I pull with my right, and he is forced to tap. The beauty of this choke is my arm is kept in this hammock here. So as I pull with my right hand, it is literally pulling my other hand up tighter into the neck. So there's no weak parts of this chain. If he pulls down at my elbow here, the choke gets tighter, okay? If he pulls down at my hand on the other side, the choke just gets tighter, okay? It's an incredibly effective choke. Let's just make sure that we hide our fingers underneath our opposite arm so our opponent couldn't accidentally grab one of our fingers. So again, we start off with a basic collar grip and we have a tag. I call this a sneaky Ezekiel, okay? Sometimes I'll call this a tag Ezekiel to my students. So I'm going to pull Peter down as much as I can, and then at the end of the day, my right hand's going to come up and I'm going to hold him close to me. I'm hiding his tag and I pass it to my right hand, and my left hand comes under and locks on, and I squeeze him tight, 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 tight. Once he goes to regain posture, my left hand sneaks in front of his throat, and I now extend my left hand and I pull my right hand. This whole time I kept my guard closed, so even if the guard screwed up, I had stopped him from passing, I had controlled his posture, and I got a choke attempt off. They are all win-win-win scenarios, but unless your opponent has specifically seen this and knows the counter, this should have an almost 100% hit rate. Dare I say, if you have practiced this so you know the mechanics and your partner has not seen this particular choke recently, there is no reason you should not have a 100% hit rate. Okay, so let's have a look one more time at speed at our sneaky tag Ezekiel. So I'm here and I pull him down and I get control of his tag, hiding it in my hand. I now put my right hand over. I've got him nice and tight, and while he's not looking, I'm going to grab that tag and feed my hand from behind through and lock. And I'm going to pull hard. I'm going to make this guy choke because he can't breathe. And when he postures back, My left hand slides under his chin and under my forearm, and now I simply complete the choke. This is ultra high percentage. We saw some jiu-jitsu greats like Keenan Cornelius doing this throughout their colored belt careers, and there's no reason it can't work for you. This isn't a very well-known choke. That's why I like to call it a stinky tag Ezekiel, and I highly suggest you guys put this one to practice, because let's not forget, we broke their posture, we kept them in closed guard. There's no risk. The upside, however, is a sneaky choke that will absolutely put your partner to sleep. Thanks very much for watching, guys. Let's move on to number 2 of our 3-part tag series. Thanks for watching the video, guys. For more videos, click here. To subscribe to this channel to get all of our awesome videos, click here. And if you'd like to have our hour-long series for free on footlocks and how to defend footlocks and leg attacks of all kinds, please click here. I'm Coach Tom, guys. I'll see you next time.